Joe Patrick, Dirty South Soccer, here with the Atlanta United Training Ground Report. And first of all, let's just get right into it with the injuries. It looks like Pity Martinez and Franco Escobar will be good to go this weekend against the New England Revolution. There were some questions coming out of the Columbus game, especially about Franco. Apparently he had an adductor injury and he had to come out of the game for it, but looks like he'll be good to go. He was in training today, full training, and he is available for selection. Kevin Kratz, George Bello continue to be out. It looks like Kratz is going to be out for about another month, it seems. Apparently he just has this lingering thing with his knee calf area, and it's going to be difficult for him. George Bello, again, still not available. He has been on the training field, not participating in full team training, but doing some of his own drills. He's been doing some shooting, some things like that. So I would imagine after this week, he might be good to go, or at least be able to get back into first team training. Next topic of the day was the new pitch at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. They had a new surface laid down, which we didn't really know about. We knew it was going to happen. We didn't know when it was going to happen. I assumed it was going to happen during the Gold Cup break because we knew that it was going to happen before the Falcon season started and during the Atlanta United season. But this break that they've had recently, they've had, almost a month off, maybe about a month off of playing at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Gave the operations team enough time to get the new surface laid down. I think it took them 9 days to put it down, and it was very noticeable. I was there yesterday, and you could see right away. I mean, there was a stadium operations personnel with us, and I made mention of it right away. I said, "Hey, did they get a new surface here?" And yes, they did. You could tell immediately because of the way the grass sits, which is what the players talked about. It's very straight up and down as to where the old stuff was laid flat, and that tends to happen. Events, concert stages, just people walking on it will tend to do that. I mean, even I'm right next to an artificial surface here at the training ground, and even those grass on that surface is laid pretty flat, and there hasn't been anything there other than soccer being played. So it'll be interesting to see how the players react to that. They said it felt fluffy. It'll be interesting to see if the ball actually rolls the way that it did on the old surface. Apparently it will roll a little bit slower at times. It's pretty imperative that they have to keep it wet in order for it to be rolling like the surface did last year. So something to keep an eye out for. And then finally, looking ahead to New England, the players were talking about all sorts of things, but one of the topics was Pity Martinez. He, of course, got married over the weekend, over the break, and Leandro Gonzalez-Pirez said he's a new guy, which of course happens to every guy who gets married. You're just full of vim and vigor, and you're ready to go. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, Leandro talked about how he's a guy. He's still dealing with not just a new league, but a new culture, and we've seen it with some other players, not just at Atlanta United, but around the world, really, and around the league, and sometimes it takes players longer to settle in than others. But he said Pity is still going through that, but he said he's looking much better in training. I would expect to see him in the starting lineup this weekend against New England. Again, he's healthy, and he should be ready to go. He's been training with the team. So with that out of the way, we can get on to New England. Come on, you Five Stripes. Five Stripes never stop. They don't stop, ever.